ang tanging huntahan ng Masangabaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews at 6. Welcome to Aurora Cavite. I am Tyler. Now let's get into the headlines for this hour. Let me see if I can multitask this. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I need to earlier, the PCG said the oil from M3 Terra Nova spread about 12 to 40 kilometers across Manila Bay. But based on the agency's aero monitoring on Monday evening, the oil spill extended less to about 2 to 4 Okay. The Philippine Coast Guard is eyeing to seal all 24 valves of a sunken motor tanker in Manila Bay on Monday and start siphoning the remaining fuel from the ship on Tuesday, July 30. Coast Guard Station Bataan LT Commander Michael John Esena said the sunken motor tanker Terra Nova has 24 valves. However, 14 valves leaked and these were sealed on Sunday. When you say siphoning, it is the process of removing the remaining oil inside the tanker. The tanker has 1.4 milliliters of industrial fuel oil IFO inside the Terra Nova, and Sina explained in the press conference on Monday afternoon. So we need to siphon around 300,000 liters for it to float. According to our expert, the intention is to siphon it to offload the vessel, to salvage it and put it on the shore to prevent further oil spill, he added. According to PCG PCG's early statement, the shipping company and the contracted Silver Harbor Star will position and secure the two recovery vessels, barge and motor tanker, on site to commence the seaporting operations on July 30 or July 31st. I want to go. I want to go. Hmm? Close. I sorry. Okay. The contracted Silver said it could sip on approximately 50,000 to 60,000 liters of IFO daily and finish within a week. Pasana said the siponing will last for 5 to 7 days or a minimum or a maximum of 10 days. Based on PCG's latest error evidence, the oil spill in Manila Bay has started to lessen. As Sena said, the oil spill is at a minimal scale of 1 liter per hour or 24 liters per day, which is very controllable. Last July 25, authorities said MT Terra Nova capsized and eventually submerged in waters of Bataan province. On July 27, the PCG said the oil from the sunken motor tanker started to leak into Manila Bay, spreading about 12 to 14 kilometers across the area. Okay. This is where I can sit. And the Department of Budget and Management on Monday turned over to the Senate the 2025 National Expenditure Program. Budget Secretary Amanda Pagandaman headed the submission of NEP documents, which was accepted by Senate President Francis G. Escudero. Also present during the turnover were newly instated Finance Panel Head Senator Grace Paul, Senate President Pro Tempore Jingoy Estrada, Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino, Senate Deputy Majority Leader Chibi Ertrosito, and Panel on Accounts Chair Senator Alapido Catiano. This is the first budget that will be scrutinized under Escudero's leadership. The new Senate leader only assumed his post in May. The 2025 NEP contains a proposed allocation of 6.3 to 5 trillion pesos. In a media briefing, Pandagaman said included in the proposed budget are confidential and intelligence funds, which went down by 16% compared to the 2024 General Appropriations Act. The DBM got a total proposed 11.39 billion pesos CIF for 2025, of which confidential is 5.22 billion pesos, intelligence is 6.17 billion pesos. But we only approve a 10.29 billion pesos CIF. The breakdown is 4.37 billion pesos for confidential expenses and 5.92 billion pesos for intelligence expense, she said. Okay, I have to get ready to go down now. So it is now 6:10. in the evening, and koolNews at 6. We'll be right back. There, perfect. And we are back with koolNews at 6. Now let's continue with the headlines. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'm not muted. Good. Okay, let's continue with the headlines now. Japan and its security ally, the United States, singled out China as the greatest strategic challenge in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond on July 28 as they unveiled their most significant defense overhaul to foster better interoperability. This came as Japanese Foreign Minister Yoko Kamikawa and Defense Minister Minoru Kihara met their respective American counterparts, Antony Blinken and Lloyd Austin in Tokyo for SOCO 2 plus 2 talks. The quartet, in a joint statement, accused China of seeking to reshape the international order for its own benefit at the expense of others as they criticized its threatening and provocative maritime actions and pointed to cooperation between China, North Korea, and Russia. The PRC, People's Republic of China, employs political, economic, and military cooperation of countries, companies, and civil society, as well as facilitates its military modernization through the diversion of technology to achieve these objectives, they said. In response to what the ministers described as the profound level of global threats, Washington said it would revamp its military command and structure in Japan and strengthen the production of American weapons in Japan. The allies vote to grow bilateral presence on Japan's Nansei chain of islands, the westernmost of which lies just 110 kilometers from Taiwan, including through joint exercises and shared use of facilities. They also held their first talks on extended deterrence, referring to U.S. commitment to use nuclear arms to protect its allies as they look at ways to reinforce bilateral cooperation on arms control, risk reduction, and non-proliferation. Nuclear weapons are a sensitive topic in Japan, which is the only country to have suffered atomic bombings. Mr. Austin said that the full range of capabilities, including nuclear, would extend over the Senkaku Islands administered by Japan and disputed by China, which calls them Daioku. The U.S.-Japan relationship forms the bedrock of what is a clear shift by the U.S. in its traditional hub-and-spoke centralist approach towards defense in favor of a crisscross minilaterals or smaller and more flexible groupings. Kihara and Austin had earlier on July 28 also met South Korean counterpart Shin Wong-suk in Tokyo during what was the first South Korean defense ministerial visit to the Japanese capital in 15 years. They inked a trilateral security pact to institutionalize policy consultations, information sharing, and joint exercises, and make their partnership unshakable no matter how the international situation changes, Kihara said. On July 29, Kamikawa and Blinken will be joined in Tokyo by their counterparts from Australia and India for a Quad security meeting. Blinken and Austin will then travel to Manila for a 2 plus 2 meeting with their Philippine counterparts, coming just 3 weeks after Kamikawa and Kihara's visit to Manila, where they signed a landmark defense deal that allows both nations to hold joint military drills in each other's territories. Analysts noted that Japan plays a significant role given its geographical proximity. Give me a second. Okay. I also need to check the stream to make sure we are live and up. Okay, we are good here. Okay. Let's continue. Analysts noted that Japan plays a significant role given its geographical proximity to potential flashpoints like Taiwan and the South China, as to the perceived threats of China, North Korea, and Russia. Beijing and Pyongyang have whether directly or indirectly been contributing to Russia's aggression in Ukraine. Dr. Saru Nako, a non-resident fellow at the Houston Institute think tank, told the Street Times that the defense upgrades unveiled on July 28 are part of a long-term process to grow security resilience and will be crucial if multiple conflicts were to happen at the same time. Statement itself recognized Japan's role in maintaining peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region by seamlessly responding to any situation from peacetime to contingencies. The U.S. will revamped its military command in Japan with a new joint force headquarters that will facilitate deeper interoperability with Japan's self-defense force. This is a very long article, no? Japan hosts 54,000 American troops, as well as hundreds of U.S. aircraft and Washington's only forward deployed aircraft carrier strike group. Tokyo is separately due to launch a new joint command to oversee its nearly 228,000 personnel by March 2025. The idea is to ensure that the two militaries are more nimble in case of a regional conflict, given that coordination is being handled from the Indo-Pacific Command in Hawaii, which is 6,500 kilometers away and 19 hours behind. This current arrangement may work in peacetime, but will be unrealistic in case of a conflict. Austin said the idea of basing a four-star U.S. commander in Tokyo was something that the Pentagon was looking at very closely. The U.S. also aims to grow defense with industrial production with Japan, with American weapon makers stretched by conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. Tokyo and Washington aim to meet critical demand for advanced missile systems, address timely procurement and readiness requirements, and deter aggression. The statement said, we're co-producing advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles and greater advanced capability air defense missile systems. They will also facilitate ship and aircraft repair. American stockpiles are decreasing because they're supporting Ukraine and Israel. But China continues to grow, given that it has only been providing parts to for Russia to produce weapons, not said. He added that this was not the case for off-code development, which aims to bolster quality, but rather co-production, which aims to grow quantity. I am really busy. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost done. This is, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is feeling stressful doing the koolNews here in this area, but hey, at least I have something to do here. And finally, to close up koolNews at 6. With the showbiz news, SB19's leader and chief songwriter, Paolo was confirmed as the newest coach who will lend his expertise in the upcoming season of the Force Kids Philippines. GMA announced Apollo's inclusion in the show's lineup of coaches on Saturday, July 27, where he will be joining his bandmate Stel Ajero. Also part of the team are Julie Ansadros and Billy Corporate. We want you, TPK coach, hashtag TPK coach Apollo, welcoming Paulo of SB19 as the newest superstar coach on The Voice Kids. Get ready for an epic season filled with incredible talent and unforgettable moments for our young artists. It's post-rect. And that's finally, I'm done here. And that is it for koolNews at 6. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will be back with more headlines later with koolNews Prime Time at 9 to 9. Until then, I am Caro, and we will see you later for more headlines at 9 o'clock. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.